welcome to a new episode. Here's a little sneak peek. Morning.
Morning all.
Morning.
So today, what are we up to?
So today we're in historic Harmdorf, as they call it. Now I thought it was an attraction that you paid to get into when you went to an old town, but actually it's the oldest German settlement in Australia, and they've got all the cute little cottages, and I've just noticed there's a really nice looking church over there, and it's kind of just like a cool main street you walk through with all the old buildings and cute little shops and stuff. So free entry.
Yeah, free entry. So if you've ever been to the Sunshine Coast and been up to, say, Mullany or Montville,
It's
kind of like that, but with all German stuff.
So there's the German Inn, and they sell bratwursts and sauerkraut and all that sort of stuff. So
I am looking forward to going to the butchers and seeing what sort of cuts they have there and meat.
We have been told the butcher's quite good here.
Yes.
So anyway, we're going to check it out. We are in Adelaide. Pretty much the whole time we've been here, it has been really overcast and windy, like shaking the caravan windy. Pretty much, we've just done a heap of shopping, and that's been expensive. So, yeah. And this week we've spent all our money on, we've been to the pharmacy and stocked up on things. We've done grocery shopping, fuel, van service, caravan parts. It's just been expensive. So anyway, it happens occasionally.
All right, today's episode. Where are we at?
Yeah, so today we are at the Adelaide Japanese Gardens. So it's near the centre of the city, and it's called like the Himeji Gardens.
Yeah.
So it's based on Adelaide's sister city relationship with a Japanese city called Himeji. I'm probably saying that wrong.
I'm pretty sure we actually went there.
In Japan. We might have.
I'll have to double check.
It should just be a really nice walk around. It's a pretty crappy day, so I've sort of thought let's do some things that if it starts to rain we can leave, and it's free. So
yeah. What's your thoughts?
There's just something so serene about a Japanese garden, isn't it? It's just like really calming, and the plants are just that bit different. Like you can tell that they're not Japanese plants, but they've done really well to make it look like Japan. And we are qualified to say that because we have been in Japan quite a few times. Yeah. So it's
it definitely has the same sort of feel as a Japanese garden, but you can just tell that the trees here aren't native there.
Yeah.
But just the stone paths, the buildings,
the sculptures,
it all feels like over there.
It's just nice. I don't know. It's just
considering
very tranquil. Hey.
Yeah, considering we are in the centre of Adelaide CBD, and you're surrounded by gardens and animals, and cars are probably 100 metres from you, and you don't even notice.
No, it's great.
It is nice.
It's really, really enjoyable. So it's free. You only need 10-15 minutes to walk around.
Yeah, it's not big.
You could bring a little picnic. That would be quite nice.
Yes.
But yeah, if you're down this way, check it out because it's just something different. And I actually enjoy these more than a botanical garden.
Yes.
So.
Yay!
Alright. So Jess went and bought more chocolates.
We have so much chocolate, like the whole veggie crisper drawer of our fridge is just chocolate. Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
and we haven't finished it. Like the chocolate we got from the last chocolate factory.
So many chocolate factories.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
They give out free
In the
samples.
middle of the city, that's right. So look, what happened was we were at the Japanese gardens and we were like, what else can we do? And I was on Wiki and it said that just on the other side of the park there was a chocolate factory that did tours, and I was like, let's just go do the tour. It says it's free. So we did that and it was really cool. So it's Haig's chocolate and they still hand make everything.
Yeah.
So you're in there watching them, you know,
Hand roll the chocolate truffles, and
they were like placing, like when you got like little pistachio pieces and stuff on truffles, they were hand placing everything.
yeah.
So that's really cool. I didn't really think that anywhere actually just completely handmade stuff anymore.
No.
And then while we were in looking at all that, it's just a self-guided tour. You know, they bought us some samples, which were yummy.
Yeah, just what those little chocolate dots, freckles, I think.
Buttons.
No, chocolate buttons, yes.
Yes. And then we were like, well, that tastes good. Maybe we'll just buy something because, you know, and Hudson wanted some. And then we got to the counter and they had like 1 million truffles.
Yeah.
And chocolate truffles are like my favourite.
Yeah.
So we maybe went to town a little bit. We got about 20 of them.
In saying this, when we were in Belgium,
I was just thinking that.
It's chocolate capital of the world. And Jess went in to get truffles out of shop when we were over there. And she's gone in and she's like, I'll splurge a little bit, I'll buy 10 or 15.
Got out like a €50 note, thinking, how much of this are you going to take? Maybe this will be enough. And then she was like, oh, that'll be €6. And I just about died on the spot.
Yes, considering.
And here truffles are $179 a kilo.
Yeah.
So it cost us $54 for 20 truffles.
But they taste good.
They taste good and they're all handmade, and it was cool to see people doing their job making them. It's like supporting local. It's not some big machine factory overseas.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not upset.
No.
And I'm really looking forward to eating them.
I even got a couple for myself. I don't know, Jess won't eat.
Yeah, when I say, like, what flavours do you want? He's like, doesn't matter, you just pick what you think. And so I pick what I think, and then he comes over and he's like, but what about all those? Like, you didn't get those flavours. So the poor lady's halfway through packing the box and she has to start again.
It's more so, I let her choose, because then she'll choose ones that she wants. I know she'll eat.
I picked
And then I'll get a couple
for
that
you.
I want for me
There's
then.
like a mango chili one that I don't want.
Yeah, I did notice that one.
And there's
Jess doesn't
another
like
one.
mango at all.
Now, my issue is though, I don't know that we have a card that tells us what is what. She did put a card in here which may have the flavours on it,
Probably not.
but otherwise it's going to be Russian roulette, so that will be interesting.
That actually sounds really fun. How do you like Adelaide so far?
It's really nice. It's sort of like hard to believe we're in the middle of the city because it's nothing like Brisbane or Sydney or Melbourne. It's very chilled. But I reckon in terms of like one day where we might live, when we figure that out one day, I reckon it might get a bit too cold here.
Yeah.
It's still pretty cold at this time of year.
That's my only problem with all these southern cities.
Yeah.
Anything below the equator.
If this was a bit further north, I'd be pretty keen because like the houses here are beautiful. Like the old houses, and they're in the middle of the city. There's some good, decent schools from the looks, you know. It's just the weather that I have an issue with.
Okay, so just in case you don't know or we haven't actually put it in a video yet, we have sold up when we were back living on the coast. So as we're traveling, we're yeah, just looking at all the different places we wouldn't mind living, prices of houses, because we're going to have to buy back into the market when we end up finishing our lap and settling down. But for the most part, yeah, we're just trying to keep an eye out at what the houses are doing, what they like, whether we like the atmosphere even. So yeah, if you know of anywhere that's good, or you've travelled before and you wouldn't mind, like you didn't mind moving there from where you were originally living, let us know, because we are looking for a new place to live when we finish our lap. Just leave them in the comments, or even contact Jess on Instagram. So this is the tram trail walk over to what island is it, Jess?
Granite Island?
Granite Island?
I think.
Yeah.
So we're in Victor Harbour today, which is over there.
Over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this is just where we're going to be for the day.
Yeah, it's really nice. It'd be really pretty if the sun was out, but it's really nice even without the sun out.
Unfortunately, no matter where we go, the rain and clouds follow. So can't really be helped, but we still enjoy it while we're here.
Yeah. So if you come over to Granite Island, there's actually a tram that you can catch, and a horse pulls it over. And I had a look at the sign, and this has been an ongoing thing since 1910, that you could get on the causeway on the tram pulled by the horse. So that's a pretty cool piece of history. And there's an old bridge over there that they've had to replace with this one, because 100 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really pretty little town. I sort of wish we were here for a little bit longer, but we're going to Rapid Bay tomorrow.
Yeah. So another funny thing that happened today is, as we were going to the information centre, we just rocked up in town. We had some people come over and, people that we'd seen come over and say that they had Hudson's cars. So these people we saw about 500 k's back, so about a week ago, when we were staying at a free beach camp, or cheap beach camp. And the day we left, it was raining all day, and yeah, I was packing up in the rain. I was just concentrating on getting the caravan packed and all of Hudson's stuff. He was supposed to have collected the day before, but he obviously left some of his cars out, and they've come up to us today and been like, oh, we found some of Hudson's cars, and just the chances of us actually meeting them up here, and they're actually heading to Rapid Bay on Monday. So hopefully we'll get to see them again at Rapid Bay, and Hudson can get his cars back, because we've been asking for those cars for a while and we couldn't find them anywhere. Now we know why. He left them behind. Of course it is. Very cool train that you can actually have the kids play on. They can try and be a train conductor. Yeah, it's a pretty comfy seat. Now needs the conductor's hat. Toot toot.
I was just reading, and this train was in commission from 1916 through to 1963.
So
So
somewhere close to 50 years.
So it's old. Like, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, in commission for 50 years, and then...
And it did like 1 million miles, something like that.
Why can't a standard car get that sort of mileage lately?
Yeah. So anyway, now the children can play on it, well, until it rusts out, because it's already...
She'll last another 50 to 100 years, I reckon.
That's very Very cool.
So it's undercover.
Yeah. Very cool.
Hi.
Hi Hudson. Where are we today, Jess?
We are at Rapid Bay. So
At Rapid Bay Campsite.
that's
Yep.
right. Watching the weather for the last few days, it's not going to be crash hot weather while we're here. It's pretty overcast.
No. But it is the only time we have here at the moment.
Yeah, so we thought, you know what, we'll come anyway. Fortunately, the way it's worked out, we're here Friday to Monday, which is probably the worst time to get here because it'll be the busiest. So
Yeah. I don't know. You have to take a Friday off to get here. I reckon tomorrow can be worse.
yeah, so we got here half an hour before it opened and we're already fourth in queue.
Yeah.
So, and there's only one spot that we can see at the moment that's open on the water. So there's a good chance we won't be getting that
No.
unless someone else leaves between
Not 3.
now and 20 minutes time.
Yeah. I would like to get on the water if we can and just make it easier to get the boat in.
Yeah.
The problem with with the boat being on the roof and not having a trailer is need to get the car close to the water to actually get the boat in.
We will see. It would be nice to be on the water, but
It would be. But if it's not, it's not. I'll still go fishing either way.
and I'll still work today.
Excited?
First day out fishing.
In the boat, nonetheless.
Well, as a family at least.
Would not be ideal.
You got the big fishing rod. Yeah, sit down. Help me wind.
Mom!
You fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mom?
Yeah.
Is that the big fish on my fishing rod?
We'll have to see if the big fishy comes back, hey?
What can I say?
Oh, not yet. I can't see him. What's your dad doing?
Try and catch a squid or two for bait.
Is that?
Get a few tentacles, throw those on the line, you'll be set for bait for the rest of the day. And it's recording sideways too.
I can turn it. I don't think I'll be seeing Dion for the rest of the day. We're going to go home, have dinner, and then he's going to bugger off to the jetty over there.
Do some squid fishing at night.
And I will get to watch all my girly shows on my own. And I won't have to share the chocolate, so win-win.
You can keep your chocolate.
Not yet, Hudson.
Why is that?
Laughing hysterically, huh? Oh.
Okay, so this is my first day out actually getting to go fishing in the boat properly, offshore, or even getting to do proper fishing. Me and Jay took it out once in a inland lake, or 2 inland lakes, and got absolutely nothing. So hopefully today, because we're out in the actual ocean, we will catch something. Here's hoping at least. We'll see. Okay, so we've done some trawling. We went out past the headland and back. I was hoping for a bit of action, but there was absolutely nothing. So now I've stopped off just on the weed bed near the pier, and I'm hoping to maybe catch a couple of squid. We'll see if I'm lucky enough to catch anything today. My luck says no. We'll see.
So, where are we parked up?
Something Bay.
Rapid Bay.
Rapid Bay, that's one.
And we snagged a beach spot.
Yeah, I think we're the 4th or 5th people through the gate. There was one actual spot available and that was gone straight away. Because we were last coming in through the gates, like, oh, we'll just park up, we'll have a look around. And as we were driving around, someone was leaving after everyone had set up and was ready to go. Yeah, we were just driving around having a look at where we wanted to park, and yeah, someone was leaving, so we got lucky enough to get an actual beach spot. So yeah, you never know your luck.
Yeah. So if you're not aware with Rapid Bay, you book and you get allocated a spot out of how many campers, but you don't get an allocated site. So it's just a free for all when you get here. So you can't get in till 11, and a lot of people come early. We were here about half hour early, and we were 4th in queue. So I'm not sure how early the people in front of us were there. Who knows?
5 minutes ahead of us. We don't know.
Could have been 5 minutes, could have been 2 hours. We're not sure. But we got here on a Friday, and we're here on a Saturday. It was actually, there was a lot of spots this morning, weren't there? Heaps of people went home. So they actually didn't get taken that quick. I was surprised. I thought people would move, because once you've set up, you're also free to move camp whenever you want. You don't have to stay there. So the caretaker was saying if you don't get a beach spot when you arrive, you can just move when one becomes available. Yeah. But anyway, we're pretty stoked. So here we are under our Kookaburra, and then our caravan, and then our boat is down there. No. And Hudson is behind that boat playing with a heap of kids that he has befriended. So
It's pretty good.
Pretty good life. We like it. We're here for 3 nights.
I might extend out more though. We'll see. If I can actually catch something while we're here, and I can actually find some fish or some squid, we might stay longer. We'll see how we go.
So everybody is coming in with squid and fish, and Dion's gone out 2 or 3 times and nothing. So he's not real happy.
No.
Maybe your time will come.
All the gear and no idea.
No, wrong shirt.
No, wrong shirt.
Oh no, that's the right shirt. It's on the back.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, I think it's on the back.
Yeah. There you go. All the gear, no idea. There you go. Just
That's definitely me when it comes to fishing.
fumbling our way through.
But you're only going to get better if you try.
That's it. He was going for like at least 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2 hours.
At least.
3 o'clock now we left last lunch, so yeah, about 3 hours.
Let's see him.
All of them got away. My drinks are a bit inky though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've got one decent sized one. There's a small one in there as well. There were about 5 of these there, but Jess didn't want to come out with me. It would have been good just having one after the other catching them. I dropped about 4, and that's about all I got in. 2. There's a little fella in there too. That was the very first one I thought. I was excited about that to start with. But yeah.
Finally got some squid. So what are you trying to catch?
I'm whiting.
Whiting with a fishing rod.
Yeah.
And
Got a crab instead.
oh, let me out.
I'm trying to break his leg off. See if I can actually untangle him.
Can you see it?
Little crab. That's a male too.
He's not big enough to eat though, is he?
Not even close.
There you
I
go.
don't even know what type he is. If you know what type he is, let me know.
Yeah, well, let's look closely. He's like a sandy colour. It's
Okay.
very dark, it's hard to see.
That easier?
Huh. That is very random.
It was very random.
Beautiful day for exploring. Thanks, Rapid Bay. Did turn it on for a few days though.
Yeah. Big hole.
Into the cave. So, we're taking a day trip from Rapid Bay.
Yeah, the weather's not the greatest, so we thought instead of sitting in the wind, we'd go explore.
Go for a drive. So, we went down to Cape Jarvis and had a look, and there wasn't really much there, was there?
No, it's just a ferry terminal, so...
Yeah, ferry that goes to Kangaroo Island, which we were considering doing, but it's really expensive.
We don't really have the time to do it at the moment.
No, so maybe on the next lap. But we are at, what's it called? Starfish?
Yeah, Starfish Bay
Hill?
or something like that. Oh yeah, Starfish Hill.
Starfish Hill wind turbines. And so, it had dead GoPro battery. Anyway,
Yeah.
we have never been this close to a wind turbine. And it's actually really noisy and they wobble. And when you look at it, it kind of makes you feel like you're going to fall over,
Yeah.
which is weird.
It's odd to see a structure that is thousands of tons just sitting there doing this as the blades move. Like, the blades are the size of a Ferris wheel and they're doing a full rotation in under 5 seconds.
It's actually insane. I don't know if the camera's going to do it justice, to be honest.
Probably not, but it's crazy to see and think the weight of it, how fast it's moving.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that could go wrong right now.
You're a horrible person. He's always trying to like make me anxious about selling. So anyway, let's have a look. All the way up. There you go. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty bloody cool.
Yeah.
Like you don't see every day.
No, first wind turbine I've actually seen up close.
Yeah. So if you're down this way, definitely come for a drive. It's not very far from Rapid Bay. It's probably 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go see what else we can find around here.
There were supposed to be blowholes.
There were, but I've actually looked at Wiki properly now and apparently they don't work anymore, so that's a bit annoying. Anyway,
Let's go. We'll go find something else to do.
read the reviews, people. Don't be slack. I was a bit slack and anyway, it happens. Alright, so Mr. Dion.
Yep.
Explain what just happened.
I forgot that I'd left all the shackles on the car for the boat, and I realised that one of them had fallen off. Well, I thought it did.
So he looked at this and he was like, oh dear. But then it's just chilling in the tyre.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get caught between the tread.
Lucky.
So I might have to do something about that, eh?
Oh.
I'll wind that one all the way off.
Oh. Alright, we're going to do the Stringybark walking trail. Just here. 1.5 Ks, 30 minutes. Grade 3. Excessive. Alright, let's go. You may be carrying root rot fungus that is killing our native plants. Once an area is infected, it's damaged forever. Please scrub the soles and sides of your shoes before and after your walk. That's random.
You do it now.
First.
Okay, just rub your shoes. It won't hurt, it's fine.
You do it quick on, eh?
Yeah, and do the other one.
I see what this one does.
That's exactly the same.
Sounds rough, right?
Is that one another one to get back?
Yeah. Okay, so we aborted mission on the Stringybark Trail. We got, what do you reckon, about
About a third of the way in.
about a third. It was about 1.5 Ks. It got really mountain goat tracky. It was not well maintained. We were going up a bit of a hill. Hudson still has a sore arm. It was highly likely he was probably going to fall over at some point. There were trees everywhere.
He did fall over one.
Yeah, he did. So there was like branches on the ground over the track and whatnot. So we decided to give it a miss.
Yeah, it's not worth taking a risk on him refracturing his arm. It's only been in the sling for a week now, so.
Yeah, so we're going to head up to Normanville, which is sort of just up from Rapid Bay, and we're going to have some lunch. Check that out. Alright, so we had every intention to show you the foreshore down at Normanville, except it's blowing its ass off.
Yep.
It's cold. I don't have a jumper, so I've resorted to my raincoat just to keep some wind off while we had lunch. So it's interesting, we were just talking about the fact that everyone raves about this whole peninsula, and the last few days have been magic while the weather's been good.
Yeah.
And now we're sightseeing other places while the weather is overcast and windy, and if this is all you were here for, you'd think it was crap, and why are people raving about it? So the weather actually
plays a big part in it.
Yeah, a big part. So that's probably it for today. We're gonna drop by. There's a big, a lot of shops here. So there's a bakery, there's a butcher, there's a IGA type thing. So we're gonna get a few things. We've got, what is it, Sunday? We leave on Tuesday. So yeah, we will see you then. I don't know if we'll be doing any more filming. The weather's not gonna be great for the, the next few days.
No.
But even if we're stuck in the van, it will still be enjoyable with the beachfront views, I think. Just, you know.
Yeah. Sit down, probably throw a few rods out and just see if we can catch anything off the beach. Not taking the boat out anymore, it's too rough.
Yeah, that's it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks, bye.
Yeah.
Well, Theon's a little bogged with the van, but so
I was just lowering it down in the aft just so it's easier to get the caravan on.
the caravan's very unlevel.
Man, I'm dragging down.